video, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of staying at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, and of course we're going to start with the cons because I like to end on a positive note. So the first con of Disney's Hotel New York is something that I wouldn't personally consider a con, but some people, it just might not be to their taste in terms of the style of these rooms. And that's the fact that, as you can see, the rooms at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, are very, very modern, very contemporary-like, very chic, almost like an industrial vibe as well, with the way they've designed it. And as I said, for me, this is definitely a plus. I love this sort of thing. I love rooms such as this one. But some people might prefer the more classic style of Disney rooms, and this doesn't really give you that. I mean, if you compare this to, for instance, Newport Bay rooms or Sequoia Lodge, Cheyenne, those are a lot more Disney, classic Disney, if you like. You really kind of feel the nostalgia of Disney when you stay in one of those rooms in those hotels nearby. But this one doesn't really have that element. It's got some nice artworks, which we're going to get to later on, but overall, it's very much just a modern, chic, nice room. And like I said, for some people that might not be a good thing. They might want more Disney, more classic Disney theming. The second con of staying at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. The price for this hotel is a lot. I mean, it's extremely expensive. It's almost double the price of Disney's Hotel Newport Bay, which is kind of the one below this hotel. It's in the thousands sometimes if you're coming with a family, if there's more than one of you, if you're coming during peak season. It can be very, very expensive, and sometimes it might not be justified, to be honest. I actually don't think it is. I mean, even though the hotel is extremely nice, it's very modern, it was only recently renovated last year, it's very new, the theming is fantastic, it's, I think, the only Marvel hotel worldwide. I still don't think that the high prices are justified personally. I feel like if they were just a little bit lower, I understand it's Disney and everything's expensive when it comes to Disney, but sometimes the prices for this hotel are just a bit too much. And I've been lucky to have stayed in a lot of nice hotels around the world, and even though it's a nice hotel, there are better hotels in the world that aren't as expensive as this, if that makes any sense. But I guess it's one of those things where if you really love Marvel, if you really just want to try it out, and if you're in Disneyland Paris, then you just got to accept it, but the prices are extremely high. Another con, which for some people might actually be a pro if you're a big Marvel fan, is that the shop at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, where you can see the entrance of over there, unfortunately literally only sells Marvel stuff, so you're not going to get your typical Disney merchandise in this shop. It makes sense. I mean, you're literally in a Marvel hotel, so that's what you're going to get, and the display windows of the shop are beautiful, but I'm going to give you a quick look inside the shop so you can kind of get an expectation as to what you can get in here. There you go. So this is the entrance. It's also quite a small shop, so compared to some of the other hotels at Disneyland Paris, this shop is pretty small, and you can get a lot of Marvel stuff though. So if you're a big Marvel fan, this is why I said this can either be a con or a pro depending on how much you love Marvel. Yeah, you can find a lot of cool things like that really cool Groot yellow hoodie, or some Captain America stuff here, and also some Hotel New York specific merchandise, which I think is quite cool, such as these Hotel New York The Art of Marvel water bottles, which are really, really nice, or these figures of Iron Man, or even some artwork over there. These figurines are pretty cool. You can get the scent, the smell of Hotel New York if you want to, Parfum d'Ambiance, 60 euros. Those are quite expensive, and in my opinion, it doesn't smell quite as good as the actual smell that you can smell when you enter Disney's Hotel New York, but it's close. I don't know if I'd spend 60 euros on it though, personally. You can get some key rings, you can get a magnet, a photo frame magnet, loads of artworks. You can get that t-shirt, which, as you can see, I already own because I do love this hotel, and I think it's a really nice t-shirt design as well, actually, with the artworks there. And Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel as well. You can get some mugs, some shots. I mean, there's even a pin. Look, there's a pin for all the hotels, but the Marvel Hotel, Disney's Hotel New York Art of Marvel, the pin for it is 11 euros, by the way, but it's a really, really nice pin. I'm gonna give it to them. It's a lovely pin. So that's it though, really, in terms of the shop. As I said, it's a pretty small shop. They have some Pop Funkos here, and yeah, it mainly sells Marvel stuff. They have some backpacks and t-shirts and stuff for children as well. Of course, you can get your drinks as well, your essentials like drinks or crisps or whatever you can can get. But in terms of actual merchandising, and this is me, I've got a little mirror here. Yeah, in terms of actual merchandising, unfortunately, it is only Marvel, which if you love Marvel, you will probably have the best time in this shop and also probably spend quite a lot. Now, the last con of Hotel New York, and honestly, I've had to think quite hard to even come up with some cons, because this hotel, in my opinion, has most of what you would need, honestly. But the last con that I wanted to mention is the fact that, like most of the other Disneyland Paris hotels, in fact, like all of them, this hotel does not have a quick service option. It's just not really a big thing in France. So Disneyland Paris hotels don't really offer quick service options the way they do in the Florida parks, for instance. Of course, you do have a couple of sit-down restaurants here, which is some of the pros, which we are going to get to later in the video, and you have a couple of bars as well, so you're never short for food. Like, you can definitely get some food whilst you're staying here, but if you want something that's quick and cheap, then you might struggle, because there just isn't anywhere in your actual hotel that serves quick and cheap food. And the reason I've mentioned it as a con is because some of the other Disneyland Paris hotels do have a Starbucks in them, and while Starbucks isn't necessarily like a full-on quick service restaurant, it does offer some quick sandwiches to go and croissants which you can get, and obviously this one doesn't have that, so bear that in mind. Obviously, as the pros go on with the list of the pros later on, you'll see that it really isn't that much of a problem because of the proximity of this hotel to all the other restaurants nearby. Now, the first pro of staying at Disney's Hotel New York is something that I already have mentioned as a con, but in my opinion it's actually definitely more of a pro, and it's the fact that the rooms are just so modern. I mean, these rooms were all renovated very recently. This hotel reopened in June of 2021, so as you can see, the decor, just the style of the rooms and the modern technology that they've got going on as well, everything just feels very chic, and I, for one, I'm a big fan of it. Speaking of modern technology, have you seen the TVs here at Disney's Hotel New York? Because they are not only huge, but also they are just very cool. So firstly, let's just have a look at the size of this TV. I mean, this is my hand. These are definitely the biggest TV screens that you can find in any of the Disneyland Paris hotels at the time being. In 2022, of course, with Disneyland Hotel being under renovation, I'm sure when that reopens, it's probably going to have bigger TVs as well. But one cool thing about these TVs is that they're actually almost like a mirror as well, so you can kind of see me there, hello. And yeah, down here as well, this is an actual mirror. And that's me. And the TV screen monitor is almost like integrated as part of the mirror. That's something that I've never seen before, but apparently a lot of modern hotels around the world have been using this technology for a while now, and finally we have it here at Disney's Hotel New York. Of course, we've got my name here, although I'm not a Mrs., so that's a bit wrong, but oh well. But one cool thing actually, and it does say press OK on your remote to begin, and this is this is definitely probably my favorite thing about the rooms here, so I was so excited to show this to you. Let's go. Oh my god, how cool was that? And then you get into this new section of your TV, Thursday the 25th of August 2022. Let me put the volume down because we don't need that awesome Marvel music anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, this is it. This is what the TV does. It's not just a TV screen. It's obviously a mirror. It's attached to a mirror. It's almost the same as the mirror, but also it does that really fun Marvel effect with the comic strips and everything. And then it kind of goes here, where from here you can go to different areas that you would want to. Disney On Demand, get connected, my hotel, so information about the hotel, parks and more, my Disney vacation settings, and yeah, if you wish to, you can also get some French TV channels. But I genuinely think this is probably the coolest element of these new hotel rooms. Dun, dun. I almost feel like I'm at Avengers Campus listening to the music here, but yeah, the first time I experienced these TVs was the first time I stayed at Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. I do have a whole vlog of that as well, in which I give a full tour of the hotel, so I'll leave the link down below. But it still amazes me every single time. This is my third time seeing it. and I just think it's a really, really cool feature. Let me know what you think though. Another cool thing about these rooms that a lot of people I think will appreciate is that not only do they have quite a lot of plug sockets, they actually have some USB ones as well. I mean, again, this is one of the benefits of it having recently been refurbished and it being a very modern room, because as you can see here, we've got loads of plugs going on here, and these aren't the only ones that you can find in the rooms, but yeah, they've got the standard European ones. Oh, sorry about that. Standard European ones over here. They've even got a UK one, which I'm actually plugging my laptop thing charger to it at the moment. They've got another European one, and also a couple of USB ones as well, which again, as you can see, I have already started using, and I think these are for maybe like gaming stuff, gaming consoles. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, quite a lot of plugs going on. The USB ones especially are very, very handy. So is the UK one if you're traveling to the parks from the UK. They also have a European plug socket over there by the bed, as well as a couple of USB ones literally right next to your bed, which is amazing. So this one only has one, but some of the rooms that have two beds, so two double beds, will have one on each side of the bed, which is just amazing. It's so useful, especially for your phone. The next pro, and this is again another one that I think a lot of people will appreciate about these rooms, is that they have fridges. Yes, every single room at Disney's Hotel New York, even if it's just a standard room, is going to include a fridge, a little mini fridge. It's empty because honestly, I just never really use fridges when I stay in hotel rooms. The only thing I'd probably use them for is if obviously I had some leftover food, or you know, if I wanted to keep my water cold. But I'm not too bothered about fridges personally, but I know a lot of families do need them, and Hotel New York has them in all its rooms, so that's definitely a bonus. Speaking of water, they actually do offer you some complimentary bottles of water at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, and one thing I like about them is that they're special ones. They're Vittel branded, and they also do say Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. They got these kind of made as a collaboration, I believe June of 2021, when this hotel first reopened with its new theming. But yeah, very cool. As somebody who drinks a lot of water as well, I definitely appreciate that. And as far as I'm aware, they do change them as well. So if you drink one and then, you know, you're staying for more than one day, housekeeping will replace it for you with a new bottle of water. And then you get cups as well. Cups with the New York hotel. I think this one just says Hero Up, maybe. I can't really tell. I don't want to open them. They obviously do this because of the pandemic and safety measures, but they're cute. And you also get a kettle and a coffee making machine as well. So you're all sorted in terms of, you know, drinks and breakfast stuff. Really, really nice. Oh yeah, I just noticed they also give you some actual cups as well, like some glass cups if that's your preference, which is nice. Again, if you want a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, you can use those instead of these ones. And then this is the ice bucket as well. So yeah, you literally have almost anything you need here. Okay, so far you're probably thinking, well, Sam, this hotel is covering you in terms of drinks, in terms of your breakfast, your morning coffee, your tea, in terms of technology. But what if you wanted some room service? Well, I've got some good news for you, because Disney's Hotel New York is one of the very few Disneyland Paris official hotels that actually offers room service, even if you're not staying club level. And I'll show you the room service menu here. Yeah, it's not like an expansive one, and it's mainly Italian dishes, but yeah, you can see the starters. They do have some vegan options as well. Caesar salad, Waldorf salad, minestrone soup. Main courses, they've got a vegan option again. Lobster mac and cheese, 45 euros though, quite expensive. That does sound good. Cobb salad, if you love bass. And then you can also get some snacks as well. Smoked salmon bagel, 4 cheeses, Roman pizza, focaccia club, which is like a sandwich. You can get some desserts as well, tiramisu. And then the menu Little Italy, 36 euros. This is like the children's menu. And of course, a selection of wines and beers and other drinks as well. Now, as you saw here, the menu for room service at Hotel New York is pretty expensive. And don't forget, you need to pay a bit of an extra charge as well. I think it's about 6 or 7 euros per room service order. So it can get quite expensive. However, I did want to try it, so earlier today I did get myself a couple of snacks. So from the snacks area of the menu, one of them was the sandwich and the other one was the pizza, I believe. It was really easy ordering. The food came to me in about half an hour, I want to say, and the cast member bringing it up was really, really lovely as well. And it literally comes into your room in like a full-on table, a moving table, which takes quite a lot of space. So I was quite surprised as to how it came, but that could have been also because I got two snacks, which they were all too big as well. Like I did not expect the sizes of them to be as big as they were. I really enjoyed the sandwich. I thought that was really, really good. Had some eggs in it, tomatoes, chicken, and some bacon as well. The bread especially I thought was lovely. Really enjoyed that. And the pizza, the kind of 4-cheese pizza, it was just too much. It was very, very big, and also I felt like it just had a little bit too much cheese for me. Even though I love cheese, it was too heavy. So unfortunately, I couldn't finish that, but I did eat as much of it as I could. And one of my favorite things about this order was that on the phone I did ask them if I could have some mayonnaise, and then they said, oh, of course, would you like some ketchup as well? And I said, no, please, just mayonnaise is okay, thinking they'll just bring me one mayonnaise. Instead, they brought me 3 mayonnaise jars, which it just makes me really happy. Obviously, I didn't need all 3 of them. I didn't use all 3 of them. I only probably got through half of one for the meal that I had, but it was still nice of them to do that. And then obviously there's some crisps that come with the snacks as well. And it's just a nice little way to treat yourself, really. It's not something that I would do every time I stay at New York, but for a treat, it's a nice thing to do, I think. Now, whilst we're speaking of phone calls, I wanted to show you the phone that you get if you're staying at Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. This is a mouthful, and I'm going to be saying it quite a lot throughout this video, so please bear with me. But the phone as a whole is very similar to what the phones are like in all the other Disneyland Paris hotels as well. It's just a bit more modern, and it looks nicer and newer, of course, because it's fresher. But one of my favorite things about this phone is the wake-up call. So all the Disneyland Paris hotels do offer a wake-up call, but this one in particular is just so fun.
Hey there, what's up? It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here, and it's time to wake up and start another amazing day. We got a lot to do out there, and your mission? Have fun.
So yeah, I mean, that in itself is reason enough to stay here. This morning I woke up with Spider-Man just waking me up literally in the exact same way that you heard right now. It was at around 7 o'clock in the morning as well, so quite early, but it energized me. It really set me up for the day. Okay, the next pro that I was going to show you are the little things that you get in your room. For instance, this really nice Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel pen, which actually they didn't have these last time I stayed here last year, so these are probably quite new, and you can definitely keep these and take them with you if you wish to. There's also a little notepad which has, again, the Hotel New York Art of Marvel theming and logo on the front, and yeah, inside it you can write whatever you wish to. It's actually really nice, and they have these notepads in the reception as well. So yeah, this is definitely a nice addition to the rooms. Oh yeah, you do also get one of these cute hotel postcards in your room, which you can keep, and I actually really enjoy the artwork here. I like the kind of sketchy black and white, black and grey vibes that it's got going on. Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel. And on the back, again, yeah, it's got the logo for the hotel. It says Disneyland Paris, and you can either keep it as a collectibles item, or you can send it to a loved one or give it to someone if you wish to. We are getting through a lot of pros rather quickly, but that's because these hotel rooms are genuinely really nice. Now the next pro, which is kind of the name of the hotel, is the artwork that you will find in the rooms here. Now, from my understanding, every single room at Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel, is going to have a unique art piece. Sometimes it could be just one artwork, sometimes it could be 2 or 3 or even more if you're staying in one of the suites. But in my room on this day, we've got a lovely artwork of the Black Panther over there, and then of course Captain Marvel as well on this side, which is just really awesome. I do think it's amazing to have such beautiful art pieces in your room. Whether you're a big Marvel fan or if you just enjoy nice artwork, you're just going to enjoy it. And this is my 3rd hotel room that I've stayed at since they changed this hotel to a Marvel themed hotel, and every single room that I've been in has had different artwork. So again, I do invite you to watch my videos from my previous stays here. One will be a full room tour, one will be a full tour of the hotel. The other one was actually when I stayed Empire State Club for one night, and again, the room for that one also had different artwork. But if I'm not mistaken, this hotel is meant to have the largest collection of Marvel artworks in the entire world, so that's why you're going to find a different art piece no matter which room you go to, and also in the lobby as well, which we're going to get to later. Now, you've more or less seen the room and how awesome they are, but the bathrooms are quite nice as well. The main thing I like about the bathrooms here are the sink designs. I just think it's really cool. Very funky the way they've designed that, and the mirrors are cool as well. You also do get some toiletries, which I'm going to show you later on. This is a vanity set, and also a soap, which I have obviously used the soap for the last couple of days that I've been here, but I'm going to show you a clip now so you can see exactly what it looked like when I first arrived here. The packaging was lovely with the Hotel New York logo on it, and it did have an Avengers kind of logo on the actual soap too, which unfortunately you just can't see it anymore, but yeah, that's quite cool. And then with the bath, it's just a bath. It's kind of the same layout as most of the Disneyland Paris hotels, but one cool thing again is the logos that they have here for the shampoo, the conditioner, and the shower gel that you can get, and they're the ones that you can't actually take with you, but they have a lot of them in there, and it's actually probably better for the environment as well. And they've really gone with this sliding theming, which means you can slide the door and kind of build a little barrier between the toilet and the bath/sink area of the bathroom. Now on this day, I'm just staying in a standard room at Hotel New York, so the view is not going to be phenomenal, but if you look closely, and it is getting a little bit dark, so it's probably not the best way to show this to you, but you can see a little bit of a red and blue kind of basketball court kind of thing down there. That's actually meant to be one of the training centers here, almost like a little outdoor area for kids and adults to have fun and train, almost like an outdoor gym if you like. And I am going to show it to you later on in the video, so keep watching because I do think that's a bit of a pro too. Another pro though are the hair dryers. You get a pretty decent hair dryer at Hotel New York. Like, this actually works quite well. I did use it last night. I've used it on my previous ships before as well, and it's the only Disneyland Paris hotel at the moment that actually has a pretty nice and powerful hair dryer. All the other ones have the ones that are they're just not too powerful. They're not powerful enough. I mean, they still get the job done, but these ones are definitely a lot better. And you do get extra pillows, ironing boards, and a safe as well, and loads of storage. So yeah, you literally have everything that you would need here. And speaking of pillows, the last pro that I want to talk about that is inside the rooms here at Hotel New York is, of course, the beds. The beds here are insanely comfortable. They're probably the most comfortable Disneyland Paris beds that I've slept on so far. Again, I keep saying so far, that's because I know that once Disneyland Hotel reopens, that's probably gonna, up Hotel New York's beds, but we're gonna have to wait and see, but these ones are so nice. And of course, because it's just me staying here, I have this huge, big, king-size bed, which, is just amazing. And you've got this little bottom bit as well, which I actually don't know what the term is for these. Let me know. I know obviously that side is the headboard, but I'm not sure what this is called. I am actually very curious, so please leave a comment down below if you know the word in English. But yeah, loads of pillows there as well. You get this nice little throw to. Again, a very modern vibe. One of those things where some people might not like this. Some people might, want more Disney theming, more classic Disney theming, but I like this sort of thing. This reminds me of the Contemporary Hotel in Florida, and I like that vibe. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but for me, it works really well. I mean, how can you not enjoy a bed right next to Black Panther's art over there? Shall we do a bed test? I don't know. I mean, honestly, even this little bottom area of the bed is nice enough and comfortable. This is actually how I sat and had my room service earlier today. I just sat here, put the table there that the cast member brought, and just ate it here whilst I watched some YouTube videos. Oh my god, that was incredibly unattractive probably, but I don't care because these beds are lovely. I didn't really want to jump on them. I don't know, just not energetic enough to jump on a bed at the moment. So I did a very slow fall on the bed instead, but yeah, trust me, these are very nice beds. Another pro of Hotel New York is that because this hotel is a 4-star/4.5-star hotel, it's quite elevated, it's quite posh, you don't really have to worry about your luggage. So when I first arrived here, I had this blue suitcase with me, which is what I normally travel with, and as soon as I got to the hotel, I got off the Uber. There were some cast members at the front door who just, straight away came to me, took my luggage, gave me a little tag, and they were like, oh, hello, thank you, and they were just very polite, and it just felt, I don't know, it felt very nice, something I'm definitely not very used to, but yeah, they just took care of my luggage. So obviously, you can see my suitcase just kind of on the floor at the moment, but I'm going to show you just a little footage right now so you can see exactly what it was like when I first entered the room. I didn't have to worry about it at all. I was given my room, I came to my room later that evening, and my luggage was literally just there waiting for me, and I think that is just amazing service. Anyway, that's more or less it for all the pros inside the rooms here at this hotel, but there are loads more going on outside as well. So let's head out. The next pro of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, takes us out of the rooms and into the lobbies and little hallways of the hotel, because with this hotel being called Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, it goes without saying that you're going to find a lot of artwork. So whether you're a Marvel fan or if you're just a fan of art like I am, you're really going to enjoy walking around and seeing some beautiful pieces. I mean, there's a nice shot of Iron Man over here by the lifts when you get to the 3rd floor, which is my level, and as you go through the hallways you're going to find some more artwork literally everywhere you look. I mean, there you go, there's another one on our left over here. There's Iron Man flying, very, very cool. And here's another nice artwork over here in front of us as we're on our way to our room. And look at that right next to it down there. That artwork is very, very cool, very unique. I love it, and probably my favorite one, at least on the 3rd level where I'm staying at, because they do have a lot more artwork on different levels as well. But that one over there in front of us, I just think it's so powerful being able to see that on your way to your room, which coincidentally is just over here, room number 3111. And I love the signs on the doors as well, very fun. So yeah, as you just saw, the beautiful Marvel art pieces don't just end within your rooms here at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. They've got loads in the hallways as well on your way to your room, but also some downstairs in the lobby. Here we are in the wonderful reception of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. By the way, count how many times I've said the words Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel in this video so far. A lot probably, but some of the artworks that they have here are fantastic. I mean, this one here of Captain America, it's a limited edition piece as well. And this artwork's actually by Gary Chu, the Captain limited edition. It was done in 2016. Here's a better look of it. It's quite big as well, actually. And again, on the other side, we've got another artwork. This one is, of course, of Doctor Strange. This one is done by Gabrielle Del Otto, Doctor Strange #1. And honestly, as you walk around the lobby here, you're going to find so many cool pieces of Marvel artwork. It's going to be impossible for me to show you all of them. Some of the other artworks that you can find here, and these are actually some of my favorites, are the Women of Marvel. And these are done by Alice X Zhang. Powers of a Girl, sorry, is what this is called. And you can see a variety of different awesome Marvel characters here. There's Captain Marvel over here. And it's a nice little kind of area of the hotel, actually, with all of them displayed like this. And again, there's more. There's literally so many artwork pieces here. These ones are more like the kind of comic vibes of Marvel, kind of going back to the basics, which is so cool. Very, very nice. There's When Gods Walk the Earth, the Eternals over here as well. And then, of course, we've got Captain America in front of us here with some of the more comic strip vibes again on the side. This is done by Jack Kirby. And of course, we have the wonderful Spider-Man, Spidey here, right next to the lifts at the lobby reception area. Another pro, in my opinion, are the lifts here, because they're just really nicely themed with the logos of the skylines at New York over here on the mirror. And I mean, amazing, amazing. Another pro of this hotel, and this one in my opinion is one of the more important ones, is the fact that Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, doesn't just have one restaurant, but actually two. And you can see them behind me. It's got Downtown Restaurant, which is a buffet restaurant, as well as Manhattan Restaurant, which is more of a kind of upper market sit-down restaurant serving mainly Italian style dishes. I do have reviews of both of these restaurants up on my channel, so if you want to check out what Manhattan Restaurant is like inside and what the food is like, as well as Downtown Restaurant, which is the buffet restaurant, I'll leave the links to both of these videos down below so you can get a better idea of what kind of food you can expect at the two restaurants here. Like I said, not only one but two awesome restaurants in this hotel. Listen, for a lot of people this might not be a pro, but for me it is, because I like fun things, and one thing that Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel has plenty of is fun things. One of them being this awesome Avengers backdrop, like selfie spot photo opportunity. And if you like Marvel, if you like the Avengers, if you just like fun photo opportunities, this is an awesome spot to take a photo when you visit Disneyland Paris. And I'm going to actually insert a photo of me next to this so you can see what it's like if you actually stand there and take your photo with it. Okay, so one of the pros of this hotel is for sure the pool. I mean, the top few hotels at Disneyland Paris all do have a pool, and I think the best one is probably actually the one at Sequoia Lodge, but this one has a really cool theme theme around it as well. And I mean, even just the hallways on the way to the pool are just so well themed. Again, so much art to look at literally everywhere you go in this hotel. Anyway, the pool at New York Hotel is quite suitably called the Metropolitan Pool, as you can see from the sign over here. And as you can see, it looks really cool. Now, I'm not going to film anyone here if there's anyone in the pool, because I just want to be as respectful as I can be. But thankfully, it seems to be very, very quiet at this time of evening, actually. Like, very much an empty pool, the Metro pool, but it's quite a big pool as well. They do have an outdoor pool too, but this is the indoors one, and I think the outdoor one basically just connects to this one, so it kind of goes out, and you've got a bit outside as well for the warmer months of the year. But yeah, what do you think of the theming, the Metro pool at Disney's Hotel New York? I've never actually been inside it since they did the whole rebranding of this hotel, but it does look really inviting actually. Really nice water, really nice design as well. You kind of get the whole industrial vibes of being in New York as well. Very cool. Also, right next to the outdoor pool area, which you can just see over there, we have kind of the training zone area, which is what we could see from my room up there as well. I'm just going to go very quickly and show this to you as well, because it's just very nicely themed more than anything. I mean, the outdoor swimming pool, to be fair, is just a swimming pool. There are people inside, so I'm not going to show it to you, but the training zone is pretty cool. There you go, you can see the sign for it here, training zone. And it's got some information and rules and regulations about what you can and cannot do in there. Of course, some hand sanitizer. But yeah, it's almost like an outdoor gym, if you like. So there are a few different training elements here, and then yeah, that's kind of like the basketball court. It's what you could see from my room as well, from my window. It's very nice, it's very colourful, and I love basketball actually. Fun fact, I used to play basketball when I was in high school. So yeah, another fun little thing that they have here, and I actually did just see a couple of people with a basketball, like the actual ball, who obviously probably must have been playing basketball just here. But let me know if you would use this if you were to stay in a hotel room. Oh my god, I've just noticed on the floor you can actually see Iron Man. There you go, I hope you can see it down there. It's very cool. I did not realize this at all, even though I can kind of see part of this court from my window. I just kind of saw the colors. I didn't realize they actually turned into something. Yeah, I approve of this. I can definitely see this being a good pro of staying here. Now, the next pro of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, is that they've got not only one, but two bars. Now, one of them is more of a lounge area, which is called Bleecker Street. We're going to have a look at both of them in a second. And then the other one is Skyline Bar, which is more of the kind of late night bar area of this hotel. This is Bleecker Street Lounge, and this is the entrance of it. Now, this lounge is only open in the day. I believe it opens at around 11 a.m. or something like that, and then it closes in the afternoon time. So it's nice for like a nice little sit down in the middle of the afternoon or something if you wish to. They've got some really, really cool decor going on as well. I particularly like the lights. I feel like it gives it a nice industrial look, and you've got some nice photos and artworks as well, as is the theme with all of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. There's Doctor Strange over there, but yeah, I've actually got a review of this lounge as well, so I'll leave the link down below if you want to see exactly what kind of food and drinks you can get yourself here at Bleecker Street Lounge at Art of Marvel. But let's get to the Skyline Bar now, which you can actually find right opposite Bleecker Street Lounge. On this side here you can see Skyline Bar, however this is just the exit. I'm going to take you to the entrance in a second. Now, this is the entrance to the Skyline Bar over here, and it's an amazing bar. It really, really is. I've been there a couple of times, and one of the best things about the bar is that through that little window over there, the window, you might be able to spot Spider-Man just hanging around and going past from time to time. It's honestly a lot of fun and worth a visit, again, even if you're not staying at Disney's Hotel New York. The Skyline Bar is open from 5 p.m. until 1 a.m., 1 o'clock in the morning, so quite late, and anyone can come and visit it. Of course, it does get busy, and you might have to wait in line if you come during peak hours, but if you're willing to wait a little bit just to experience being in the Skyline Bar, they've got some really cool themed drinks as well. I would say it's worth checking out. Another big pro of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, is of course how close it is to the park. This is the second closest hotel to Disneyland Park itself. Of course, the first one being Disneyland Hotel, which is literally the entrance of Disneyland Park, but this one is literally at the top of Disney Village, so you can kind of see Lake Disney there behind me. On the other side of Lake Disney we've got Disney's Newport Bay Hotel. Sequoia Lodge is on that side, and then if you just take a leisurely stroll from the entrance of Hotel New York towards the lake, you are very, very soon going to find yourself in Disney Village. Now, basically on the right hand side there, that's where you'll find the security, and this is actually more or less the same security for all Disney hotel guests, official Disneyland Paris hotel guests anyway, which just makes it a lot easier to get into the parks every day. And there's Black Panther's statue there as well, very fun. But basically, as soon as you get through security security over here, you're at the top of Disney Village, which houses a lot of different restaurants. I mean, you can see Earl of Sandwich there in front of me, a really nice quick service restaurant. There's also, of course, McDonald's around the corner. They've got a Five Guys here. They also have some sit-down restaurants. So really, even if it's late at night and you just want a quick meal, you can easily come down from your hotel, go to one of the restaurants here, the quick service places. My favorite is probably Earl of Sandwich there, you can see behind me. Grab yourself something to go and then literally take it back to your hotel room, enjoy it, you know, watch a video, do whatever you need to in your beautiful hotel room whilst you're enjoying some lovely food as well from Disney Village. That's probably one of the best things again about this hotel. And actually, in some ways, this kind of cancels out the con that I mentioned earlier in the video about there not being any quick service options in the hotel, because it doesn't matter that you don't have any quick service options, because you're really, really close to loads of other quick service options, Disney ones, literally next to you. One of the biggest pros of Disney's Hotel New York, in my opinion, is its lobby. The newly renovated lobby that reopened last year with the reopening, of course, of Disney's Hotel, the Art of Marvel, is just honestly a beauty of its own. Like, it's worth visiting just to see and take in the lobby. So if you're staying here, even better, because you get more time with the lobby. I mean, look at that. Look at that. You've got Iron Man and his different suits just almost kind of displayed in the way that as if it's like a museum, as if you've just walked into a Marvel themed museum. And that's one of the first things you see. It's a really cool display. It's located right opposite the check-in area, which is also pretty cool over there at the reception. And then there's loads of really awesome artwork everywhere as well, in kind of like a sketchy black and white way, which I really like personally. So even if you're not the biggest Marvel fan, which I'm not, I don't really know too much about Marvel, but I do enjoy the films that I have seen, you just gotta enjoy the artwork. I think the artwork, even just in the reception alone, I mean, look at that. There's just so much to see. And of course, this is the Skyline Bar, which we're gonna get to in a bit as well. But yeah, it's a phenomenal lobby, and the way they've redesigned it from what it was before it was called, you know, the Marvel Hotel, is just fantastic. It really does blow my mind, to be honest. And I love the reception so much, with the high ceilings as well, and the smell that you get, that even if I'm not staying at Disney's Hotel in New York, Art of Marvel, I normally try my best to at least come here once per visit and just enjoy the atmosphere of the lobby. It's just amazing. It really is. It's definitely the best lobby in Disneyland Paris at the moment. Now, when Disneyland Hotel reopens, maybe that will take #1 spot. I think it probably will. But at the moment, with Disneyland Hotel being closed, this lobby at Disney's Hotel New York is by far the best lobby in any Disneyland Paris hotel. Firstly, before we get to the next pro, I just wanted to give a big shout out to a bunch of people that I just met whilst I was filming this video. I met some people from Denmark, some lovely people from Wales as well. Honestly, always nice to meet you guys, and this might be a weird one, and don't worry, we're not going to go into toilets, but I think another pro, in my opinion, is the design of the toilets, the public toilets at Disney's Hotel New York. I just think they're really cool. Okay, that's what I'm going to say about this. The next pro of staying at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, is something that is exclusive to all the guests that stay here, and it's the Superhero Station, which is basically an area where you can meet one superhero per evening, and then you can also take some selfies and photos as well. So we're going to go inside and have a look. This is the character spot. You should be able to meet a superhero. It could be, I don't know, Captain America, perhaps somebody else. They used to have Spider-Man here, but I think now he's moved into Avengers Campus, of course, in Walt Disney Studios Park. So we shall find out who we're going to get. Hello. Nice to meet you. Oh, sorry.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. You? Okay?
I'm here.
Yeah, how's
What's your name?
my name is Sam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, Loki.
Welcome.
How's your brother?
What's your favorite superhero?
My favorite, I'm gonna have to say, of course, Loki is the best. Loki is the best. Is Thor okay? Is he? You don't want to talk about Thor? Yeah, let's take a photo. Well, that was absolutely so much fun. I did not expect to see Loki at all. I don't even know why, but he was brilliant. And they take so many photos of you as well, so this is a lot of fun. But the next part of the Superhero Station is also fun, because as you can see, they've got these different rooms for photos and selfies, etc. This one's obviously Peter Parker's room. Spider-Man is one of my favorites. And as you can see, it's an upside down room. It's his room. You can even see his costume just over there. And basically what you do is that you take a photo and then you switch it over, make it upside down, and then it looks the right side, if that makes any sense. But yeah, all around us you can see different photo spots. It's very good as well because they don't actually like keep it too busy. They make sure to kind of not, you know, let too many people in at the same time. And of course it's also only really reserved for guests of Hotel New York, and they do make sure that you have a reservation at Disney's Hotel New York. They literally ask for your room number, they check it off the list, so you can't just come here, unfortunately, if you're not a guest of Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, which in itself is a big pro of staying here because it's one of the few hotels, well, the only hotel really at Disneyland Paris at the moment that actually has something special and extra like this, and you can reserve your slot on the app. And make sure to do that in advance because they do tend to go quite quickly, even though obviously it's only for guests of the hotel. If you want to have like, you know, a choice of exactly what time you want them, it's normally in the evenings. Look at that Iron Man shoes over there. Yeah, it's amazing. And if you want to see like a full-on tour of this location, and also if you want to see some photos that I have already taken with these photo location spots, make sure you follow me on Instagram and also check out my Hotel New York Art of Marvel tour video from last year. But that is it. That's the end of this video. Those were my pros and cons of staying at Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. I would love to hear your opinions though. Have you stayed here before? Do you like it? Do you have any cons or pros? Do you think it's one of the better hotels in Disneyland Paris, or do you just not like the style of it? I don't know, I'm just curious to hear your opinion, so leave a comment down below and let me know if you're going to be staying here in the future as well. But thank you so much for watching. As always, follow me on Instagram, subscribe for more videos like this, and you know, watch some of my other videos as well. I've got loads of video tours of hotels in Disneyland Paris. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.